Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Newly, which came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends are brave enough to play in, because they be who they be. Did we just lose somebody? What's going on? Oh,
No, we just gained Tanner.
We just gained someone.
We just gained a Tanner. Perfect. Great. Wonderful. Perfect timing, Tanner. Cool. Discord changed the width of the sidebar column, so I had to recapture all the, or I had to readjust the size to recapture the videos because I was like, what the hell is going on? Crazy times in our lives, literally. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome in. I hope we're all doing well this evening. Anyway, 5e actual play stream came out of my brain. My friends are brave enough to play in. Let's go around, make some introductions. I need somebody to roll me a d28. That's right.
I'm sorry, did you say a D28?
He did.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Exactly, I've got it. We love a convenient update. I honestly didn't even know you could change the side of the sidebar column on Discord, so I was very funny.
Ooh.
Starting it off.
Well, all right.
Starting
Let's
off
go.
wrong.
Nice. Hey, now's the time to get rid of it.
It could only get better from here.
So, dear friends, dear players, please introduce yourself, your character, and answer the question, what is your character's favorite beverage? What do they like to drink upon nomimaska? No. Doko de... No, that's where. How?
What?
I was trying to say it in...
Shooting for.
I'm trying to put it into Japanese, but... Yeah.
That's what I...
It's not dare. Dare is who, and doko is where. It's just non-nomimaska? I've got to be missing an article, but it's something like that.
God.
I'm still learning. Anyway, so that's your question. What do you all like to drink? And we're going to start at the top of the rungs with Sarah.
Great. Awesome. I just sewed my headphones to my pants. It's going great. Over here.
What?
Are you stitching your pants while wearing them?
Wait, I'm sorry, you sewed your headphones to your pants. That took me a minute.
There's a lot of questions here.
From the situation where that could even be a possible outcome.
What are you drinking? That this is what happened. To bring it full circle.
Cool.
Original recipe for Loco.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Andra Grey Spark. I was replacing a button on the pants I'm wearing, and now my headphones are a part of that, and I'm sure this will all be fine. And I think Andra really likes a very dark red wine.
Okay, sounds good.
That checks out. Where is the button, by the way?
It's the button that holds your pants on.
Oh, so it's also on the pants. Okay.
Yeah. No,
That's mission accomplished.
That is a...
Clothing people are weird.
That's so weird. All right, anyway. Matt, save us from our pant problems.
But,
you can't take me anywhere, including...
Last time someone told me that.
Do you remember?
Oh, all right. You're the one who flashed the entire stream. I don't think...
Multiple times.
Be careful what you wish for.
I don't think anybody complained, though. We didn't get any hate mail about it.
Okay, good. You didn't
Good
get banned
news, I was
from...
able to untangle the headphone cord from my pants.
Love that.
Good.
Excellent. Well, I have nothing attached to my pants other than me, I guess.
They're attached to you? That's not right.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think you're supposed to be attached to your pants.
No.
You can occupy them. That's fine.
I'm quite fond of them, okay? I'm very attached. Anyway,
They are nice sweatpants. I just saw them because we had dinner together. They're fun.
They're a lovely color. They're not black, which
Are
is
they gray?
unusual.
They are. They're
A color.
No,
they're
like
gray.
bluish. They're blue-gray. That's the closest to color I get in pants, okay?
they're gray.
Anyway,
Love
My
pants.
pants- My pants are pink, so...
I digress. Well, if Corvus wore sweatpants, they would be black. And if Corvus drank things, which he does, they would be dark beer.
Fair enough. Wonderful. Thank you, Matt. Next up, we got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. And I just don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm playing Lunine, the Hexblood Fey Knight, and drink of choice. Probably a martini, to be honest.
Okay, I dig it. That's a very Fey drink, so it adds up. Next up, we got Amber.
Hello, I am Amber, playing Ozo, the Way of Mercy monk. And honestly, I like a little bit of herbal tea, although some nice bitter black teas can be really lovely,
All right, fair enough.
earthy.
Fair enough.
Everybody's been choosing booze. It's funny.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
True.
I mean, we are in a society where you probably either need to boil or alcoholize your beverage so you don't, die of dysentery.
Also fair.
Who's to say?
Yeah, I've played Oregon Trail a few times.
Next up, we got Mike.
Hello, I'm Mike. I play Renata Soul Angel. And whiskey would be my poison.
Oh, no.
It's my poison.
On the rocks?
No, straight up.
Mm.
Yeah, rocks are harder to come by than whiskey.
That's fair. And you would probably need to also make it out of alcohol for you to not die of dysentery.
Well, actually, I guess there are like druids and stuff that can just like control water all day long and like make ice.
Yeah.
Digitation.
Yeah.
Druid
I was going to say, I'm
bartenders
pretty sure I can make ice.
are the best mixologists, is what you're saying.
Well, now I have a whole idea for like a society just based on like a desert society where people make money just magically making ice, and they're like the richest people in town.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to exploit magic that I didn't think of until this moment.
This
And-
week on Nuuli Forged,
and-
they travel to a desert.
This week on Nuuli Forged, we talk about the economy. Hey, Jeff, let's round out with you.
Let's not talk about the economy. That's
Yeah,
a
fair.
extreme.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Jeff. I play Selenar Aluswana. He is a elf, a druid, and he likes to drink. He likes to try new things from places he is, but his drink of choice from back home is like a fermented maple and honey, almost like a mead that you can't get anywhere else. So
Sucked for you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very elvish.
Wonderful. And my name is Jared. I'm your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6 player characters. And people drink a lot of different stuff here on Nuuli. So that's that story. But all that,
Always alcohol.
it's not always alcohol. But all that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive right into last time on Nuuli Forged, shall we? Last time on Nuuli Forged, the party battled 2 water elementals alongside the crew of the Healer's Eye, and though they fought hard and were ultimately successful, 4 members of the crew lost their lives. The Furbolg woman Gloria, the Tiefling Gamble, the Vastbin Crisp, and the human Zari all perished due to the crushing pressure of one of the elementals' attacks. A somber service followed that evening for the 4 fallen comrades, after which Selenar volunteered his services to Captain Joyson as a fill-in deckhand due to his experience with ships and the like back in the Verdentious Causeway. Over the next few weeks, the party was instrumental in helping the crew avoid a possible encounter with a massive, violent pirate crew, or a violent, massive, whatever the correct way you want to go about it. It was a big group of pirates. They were probably violent. But thanks to the party's scouting efforts, they avoided that. And they were able to intercept and now, as the ship has stopped to gather water on another little island here, in the peripherals as they are doing their things. They were able to intercept an approaching force while the rest of the crew is gathering water. Keen senses alerted the party to what sounded like a massive group of people just rushing towards our comrades here. So they stepped into the jungle. Sorry. Weird. Oh, that's why. So they ventured forth into the jungle where they heard these loud, scary noises in the brush. And as our heroes attempted to make ready, crashing through the jungle is a crew of orcs wearing the tattered remnants of clothing with rage, murder in their eyes. One of them is like covered in iconography of like one massive eye. And it's all just kind of, yeah, it's a rough scene out there. But that's where we are. So, as we pick up at the start of things, I'm going to need everybody to select your token and roll initiative. As a reminder, Andra is currently about 15 feet up in a tree, like a koala bear, because all of these are palm trees. They do not have like branches for you to like hang on to and leap out over. So,
does anyone know where our tokens are?
Oh, you're on the wrong page. Let me move you to that page real quick. So you can go ahead.
Aggressively bright.
Yeah. Go ahead, click your token, roll some initiatives.
Wow.
Wow, a double roll of the same result for Corvus. That's fantastic.
Poor guy.
I'm the lowest I've rolled in quite some time.
Yeah.
And the lowest so far.
Corvus.
That's not good.
By the way, you have, in an attempt to climb a tree, ended up falling flat on your butt. So you're kind of prone at the moment. As through the brush, you see this team of like 11 orcs. One is that one that's just like covered in the iconography of like an eye and has one eye, and it's kind of like covered with a patch that the patch is kind of like oozing, or not oozing, but emitting like some kind of energy out of it. And one of these orcs seems to be like bigger than the rest and is like blue colored. And it seems to be wearing like more of like armor, where the rest are wearing mostly like tattered clothing, like shirts and pants, and all these weapons appear like jagged, a lot of like big axes and some spears and javelins, all kind of like raging as they burst through towards you all. So let's go ahead and bring you all over to the map. Let's bring you over to the map. Bringing you over to the map. Bong.
What is happening tonight?
I'm crazy. That's what's happening tonight.
I'm the high one.
I know.
As opposed
I'm
to
the calmest.
Rest of us are
You're
just
not the one prone about to get trampled. Oh, I'm not near as close as I thought I was.
No, it's a pretty decent spread. There's a nice little bit of things here.
Get a marquee.
Yeah. So, as you can see at the top of our initiative here,
oh dear.
We've got Ozo at the top of initiative.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, Ozo is gonna that's too far away. Gonna scamper up to the max of my distance, which is 40.
Yeah.
And be like, hello. Please don't hurt us. You look waylaid. And I'm going to hold the attack action if they come to get me in a malicious manner.
All right. Yeah, you're
If they come
holding
get you,
on.
you will waylay them.
That's right.
Fair enough.
I shall reverse the waylaying.
Hello, would
Fair
you like
enough.
to be waylaid?
All right. So you're holding an attack action. Next up are the guy with one eye, like scoots up this little rise here. It's probably like 10 feet or so, and just looks down at the party there. and looks over his companions. And mutter. Does anybody speak Orc out of curiosity?
Nope.
No,
No.
All right.
Little do you know. Just kidding.
the, how close is it to Copland? Of 1 to 10.
No.
Different. Cool. Yeah, so it looks like he's concentrating on something. And something goes down. What are these little guys here? Okay. So he does that.
Everyone, get your rulers out, everyone.
Everybody grab your ruler.
Yeah, okay, great.
He's a long way away.
He is. All right. Next up, we got Lunine.
All right.
Andra and Selenar are on deck.
Which was the one talking again?
Uh,
I see it.
yeah, so this guy kind of up this mountain rise here. It's a little big rock.
How high up is that?
It's about 10 feet up. So it's about 10 feet from the base here. So it's about 15 feet above you. They're kind of hiding in this bushy area.
And he doesn't look as tough,
Hard to say.
or like he's not as big and brutish as the ones down here, right?
Well, they're all kind of big and muscular, but he's not waving a big axe around.
All right.
Looks like he's got a spear that he's holding in a very threatening manner.
Yes, threaten me. I'm gonna start walking up towards him,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna use Trickster's Step, and just like boop right here.
Yeah, totally.
Are we still on diplomatic mission? Yeah.
They seem extremely aggressive.
On the way to intercept.
Looney.
Whatever that means.
No, I'm not gonna grapple him. I'm just gonna stab him.
All right, make your attack at advantage.
That's a weird way to say Thunderwave.
I was thinking push, but then I was like, I have a plus, or I have a -1 to athletics.
Yeah, maybe
So
not.
pushing is not a thing.
Not really your strong suit.
Yeah.
Well, a 21 will hit, so go ahead, roll your damage.
9 stabby.
Oof. Yeah, he whirls around and goes, ah! And kind of growls.
Lunine says boo.
You see that like whatever he did, like it like shocked him that you were like there. And so whatever he had cast before doesn't matter anymore.
Dope.
Good plan.
Fuck the caster. I'm the caster.
Anything else, or is that all you
Oh
got?
no, that's
True
bonus
words.
action.
Great. Andra, we're up to you.
Oh, really?
You are-
My dex is higher than Selenar's?
What's your dex mod?
2.
What's your Selenar?
Yep. One.
Great.
Ah!
Yep.
Great, it is my turn.
Stronger than the rogue, faster than the elf. Here is Andra.
Ha ha ha! Who is clinging to this tree like a koala bear.
Yeah.
Um,
So if any of your spells have somatic components, you cannot currently cast them.
Yep, accurate. I also can't wield anything or anything of the sort.
I think you
This
said
was all part of the plan.
last time was that you are going to Misty Step.
Yes, I was gonna say I can Misty Step and I can fall.
Great.
Those
Well-
are the choices.
Falling is definitely the answer.
One of those things a koala cannot do. So you're up ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Hence me having the ruler out. I think I would like to Misty Step to there.
Yeah, if it's in your range, you can Misty Step.
That is
wherever you
that is 30 feet right there. I need to switch to a different token to do that, different cursor to do that.
All right.
So that I am over there.
Great, you
and
are
I'm
out of the
gonna,
tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking to hide over here in this behind this little nook here.
All right, so you nestle down there for some cover. So I'll give you half cover at the moment.
Cool, and I believe yes, that was a bonus action, so I still have an action.
Mhm.
Whoa, really? How far up are? No, they're further away than that. Never mind. I had a whole thought, but they're up as well as over.
Yeah,
The
you
people
also
above me.
yeah, you also can't see them from where you are.
Great. I don't necessarily need to see them, but I don't. That's I still have an action. I
Mhm.
think I can use my action to hide.
Yeah. Go ahead, make a stealth check. Great.
Poorly.
Yeah, so you poof out of the tree and then like make a bunch of noise as you run through this jungle. Crunch, 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 leaf, leaf, leaf. And then you're like, I'm gonna hide over here, and you duck down. So you may not be. People may know roughly where you are, but
Yeah,
the
perhaps.
good news is that
I have half cover.
you have half cover. So that's great.
Great.
Corvus
Cool.
mutters, that's
All
all
right.
part of the plan, right?
Selenar, we're over to you. Renata, you're on deck-ish.
Thank you.
Selenar is going to summon a flaming sphere.
All right.
This square.
All right. There is your flaming
Smokey the
sphere.
Bear is very disappointed in you.
And then he will.
And you should have full control and movement of that sphere.
I'm testing it. I'm not actually moving it over here. Alright, great.
Nice.
So,
Fireball! Fireball!
Selenar will duck
Not yet.
into this square behind. I assume this gives him cover from the guy that Lunine stabbed. And also hiding behind this bush.
Yeah, you don't know how effective it is, but you think you've done some smart maneuvering here.
Great. And then, as my bonus action, I shall roll the sphere into this guy's square. So he needs to make a dex save with a DC of 14.
All right. Let's see. Can he do it? He does. He's like, whoa.
Yeah. Temper your enthusiasm.
So,
All right.
I don't know if the sphere and him continue to occupy that square. It just says, if I move the sphere into a creature space, that creature makes the dex save, and the sphere stops moving.
Sounds like it sits there above his head.
Yeah, it
it lasts
rolls
for
along the
duration.
ground is what it doesn't float, supposedly.
Yeah.
It rolls.
Yeah, it's rolling along, and you've like encompassed him in the sphere, and that's when he like takes the damage. Oh, interesting. So it lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere makes the dex save.
Yeah, he still takes
when you
half damage on a
move-
successful save.
Yeah,
supposedly.
If you move the sphere, the creature makes the save, and the sphere stops moving for the turn. So yeah, so like he won't take damage because it's like an turn, but when he leaves it, he won't take damage either. So go ahead, roll your damage, because he does take half on a successful save. Is that true?
I believe that's true. It says
Yeah,
takes
yep.
2d6 fire damage on a failed save.
Half on
or
a success.
Half as
Great.
much on a success.
Yeah, so go ahead, roll. I'm gonna just put your thing behind him so that I can adjust his health here.
So
So he
I don't know
takes.
if it rounds up or down.
It rounds down, so he'll take 5 fire damage. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
That shit's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like fuck is a universal language word. Nobody really knows what language it originated in, but it's in all of them.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Primordial,
All right, wonderful.
Yeah.
chronologically.
Aquin. Fuck.
Anything else? Or are you good?
That's it. I've action, bonus actioned, and moved.
All right, great. It is now a bunch of orcs' turns.
Oh no.
Well, this one is going to get the fuck out of the fire.
Fair.
Bad choice.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Someone was holding an action. Was that an aggressive movement?
Oh yeah, like they are coming for you, or some of them are anyway. You see this guy like rushes over. How does he do this? Bonk. He gets all the way over there. This guy
no.
kind of rushes up and kind of takes a stance over here. This one charges down. Oh, sees a little Selenar there. This one goes around. This one charges right by you if you want to make a melee opportunity attack there, Selenar. This guy.
Oh, hell yeah. I think I have a super secret 2024 rule now where I can do a melee spell attack as
Ooh.
a attack of opportunity. Reactive spell. When a creature provokes an attack of opportunity from you, you can take a reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than an opportunity attack.
Ooh, nice.
So
How exciting.
I will... Can it be leveled? Or does it have to be a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
It says you can take a reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack.
That sounds like any spell.
What is the ability called?
It is called reactive spell.
Reactive spell. Let's just double check here.
And I just realized that I missed my held action, probably, because you probably said it and then I was not listening well.
I reminded him.
No, you got it. You can take it. They haven't done anything yet other than move, because there's like a bunch of them.
Okay, cool. I zoned out for a sec. I'm gonna roll it. Just
All
to-
good.
For not forget.
An 18 will hit, so you deal 4 points of bludgeoning damage to this guy who moved up on you.
Great.
Or rather, it's not that one. This one.
I think I'm going to cast Shock and Grasp anyway, which is a cantrip, but if you don't want to look this up right now.
Yeah, go ahead. You can cast Shock and Grasp.
Reach out and touch someone.
10.
A 10 will not hit, unfortunately. They either
There
like
was an attempt.
dodge the way. There was absolutely an attempt there. Let's see. Oh, because you have Warcaster, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, because you took Warcaster. Yeah, so that means you can do whatever spell you like. If you don't want it to be Shocking Grasp, but...
Well, I'm not going to renege on my miss to try to hit again, as much as I would love to.
Fair enough. All right, cool. I forgot that you had taken Warcaster. All right, so all these guys kind of arraign themselves in a simple thing. This guy rushes up to help his friend and can just get to there because these rocks are a little difficult, so that last square costs him a little bit extra, but he can get in melee. All right, so we're going to start... with this guy. He's going to launch a javelin at Ozo. That is a 24 to hit for 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah. This other orc's going to do the same thing because I think.
Everybody's got a javelin.
Against Ozo, let's see. 17. Ooh, this one's for 8 points of piercing damage. She rolled high.
Oh me, oh my.
Are you collecting javelins, Ozo?
Slice it silly pie. I guess I am.
Then we've got 2 that swing their axes towards you. A 14 to hit.
Me?
Yes.
Nope.
And an 18 to hit.
Yes.
For 8 more points of slashing damage.
8.
This one up here with Lunine swings against Lunine for an 11 to hit with his axe, which will miss. The 2 next to Selenar swing away, a 13 and a dirty 20.
Yep.
Both of them. The 13 hits for 15 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
And the dirty 20 for 7 points. So go ahead. I need 2 Constitution saving throws for your flaming sphere. But I think
I was just trying to read about concentration. Is it Constitution saving throw times 2?
Yeah, exactly. And do you get advantage from your Warcaster feat still, or is that different now? You have advantage to maintain concentration, but an 8, unfortunately, will drop it. So you do drop it as you get hit square in the shoulder by this massive jagged axe that just like tears into you.
That was 20 total damage.
22 damage total.
Jesus fucking fuck.
Yeah,
I say in Elvish.
Yeah, they are angry and they seem to hit hard. The last two are just going to throw javelins, one at Renata and one at Corvus. Against Renata, rather, that's 19 to hit for 6 points of piercing damage. And against Corvus, technically you're prone, so this is at disadvantage because you are a prone.
One of the few times that has come up, but thankfully.
And it's a range attack, so that is a 14 at disadvantage.
That just misses. It like lands in front of my face.
Yeah, so funk, this javelin right in the ground, and you're like, oh shit. But Renata, it is over to you now, and Corvus, you are on deck.
Oh man, okay. So
yeah, these things are not messing around.
They started moving and they messed up my plans. So
they do that.
Right?
Me too. They were in a perfect configuration.
They were in a perfect tight group formation. So I will do this instead. Yeah, that should be the trick. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay.
Over in this vicinity here. I'm trying to hope I can catch all 4 of these guys.
What's the range?
This is 60 feet.
I'm sorry, what's the area of effect?
10-foot radius. I don't know how it affects. It's a circle though.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you cast it right in the middle there.
I always forget if because he's on a higher ledge, if that's.
Yeah, we're not going to be Euclidean about it.
Okay. Great. So yeah. So right there too.
So yeah, so that little thing right there, that'll do it for you.
Perfect. So let's cast that.
So you'll get all 4 of those guys. Con
save. So that's a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
If they succeed, it's half damage.
The blue one succeeds with a natural 20. And two of the others succeed. This one, or actually this one next to Ozo fails. So go ahead, roll your damage. Oh, there it is. 16 thunder
16
damage.
thunder damage.
All right, so
And everyone else gets an 8.
excellently done.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. 16, you say, thunder damage?
Yeah.
One of the one next to Ozo, his skull cracks and shatters, and he falls down a broken slump of an orc.
Woohoo!
He did.
Nice.
Damn.
Feedback would do that to you.
Yeah.
More.
So I should mention this now.
Yes.
With the new 5e that we're doing, bloodied is now a condition when a creature is at half their health. So some of your enemies are now bloodied as well. Let's see. What's a good bloodied emoticon?
Can you remind me what bloodied means?
It just means they're at half health. Or,
Okay, but
or,
just
or
like
less.
no extra
It's
effects.
like a
There are
visual representation.
there are some abilities and spells and that kind of stuff where that does matter. But if it's not in any of your abilities, then it doesn't matter for you.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I just want to get used to doing it because it's a new part of the gameplay.
Love it.
But they're visibly injured.
Yeah, they are looking rough. Cool. So these guys with the little broken hearts all appear very bloodied and hurt.
What broken heart?
Maybe only I can see
Cool.
them.
Top right
Cool.
corner of their icon.
Cool.
Look to Ozo.
Did you have anything else, Renata?
I do. Bonus action. My mantle of inspiration. I will grant 3 of my comrades 2 times my d6 temporary hit points, and a reaction to move without an opportunity attack.
Ooh.
Who I will cast it on Selenar, Ozo,
Corvus is not too far from you.
Corvus, yeah, but he's away from the action. And Lunine up here.
Okay, great. So go ahead, make that. Is it a roll of your die?
Yeah, so it's I roll a d6 and it's just twice whatever that number is.
Great.
So 8 temporary hit points.
A bit.
Nice. So the 3 of you get 8 temporary hit points. What does it look like when you give out your mantle of inspiration?
Oh man. I just out of the this commotion of fighting, you just hear this single note shred down my guitar, and then at the bottom go dun dun, and everyone just looks at me, and then you guys see me just smile and go, "Oh hell yeah, dun dun," and then it just comes shooting out of my guitar.
You feel the beat within you. Wonderful. Well done. We
Yeah.
go over to Corvus. Corvus, you're prone on the ground, but that saved you from a javelin just a moment ago.
Like you said,
Oh.
we can move as a right now as part of that spell.
Yeah, so everyone
Oh.
has a reaction to move without an opportunity attack.
So if you want to use your action to move, you are able to, the 3 of you. Ozo, Selenar,
10
and...
feet out of their
Lunine.
range.
I'm gonna stay there because punch.
Great. And I'm assuming Lunine is also staying put. Corvus, we're over to you.
Shit, I forgot that I was prone. So that's half my movement just getting off the ground.
But hey, you're up a javelin.
If you want
Yeah.
to grab that javelin, that's a free object interaction, and you can throw it if that's what you want
That's
to
a
do.
free option? Okay, fine.
Well, the throwing it will be your attack action, but It's an option.
Can I pick it up so no one else can use it? And run away with it?
I mean, yeah, you can pick it up if you want to just hold on to it. That's
Hold that thought. 20 feet of movement, right?
Uh-huh.
Half movement to stand up.
Yeah.
Short bow attack to the bloody dork over here by Ozo. I hope I don't steal their kill, but I'm trying to help my buddy.
yeah. What's the range?
80 feet.
Oh yeah, you're totally
They're
good.
at 65.
Yeah. You're good.
Wait, is it that orc that's bloodied? I thought I was aiming for this one over here.
No, he's not bloodied yet, sadly. I don't know why it's doing that, but everything's going to be a double roll today, I guess.
Weird. A 17
17?
will absolutely hit. Go ahead, roll damage,
10.
and you get your sneak attack because they are within 5 feet of an ally.
Oh, great. So 10 total.
Oh, wonderful. There it is. Yeah, you line up and phew, arrow phew, right through the head. Down it goes. So these things these guys seem to hit really hard, but they seem not to be that hard to take out.
Go down easy.
The harder they hit, the harder they fall.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I forgot.
What you got?
Hang on. Yeah.
There you All right.
Amber reminded me.
Battle mode achieved.
All of a sudden.
First blood. No, like fourth blood.
Yeah.
Anyway, great. Okay, next. That was the action. As a bonus action, I would like to dash so that I can move. I think it takes 40 feet to get to this gray doodle. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, if you want to climb up there, you move at half speed when you climb.
Well,
So it'd actually be, well, or are you like running around?
so that's 20,
Yep.
and that's 40. That seems like a lot less effort for the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, that works. Because you get, because your speed's 40, right? So yeah, you bonus action dash, you can move 40 feet, so you can get
That's
up
a
there.
40. And that looked like the most logical place where the terrain was gradual.
Yeah.
On this map.
Yeah, that's totally okay.
Now, the chance of someone hitting me with a javelin from up here is low, but never zero. So I'm going to lay prone again. Oh, I would have picked up that other javelin when I ran, by the way.
All right, so you grab it. So you have the javelin in your hand and booked it.
Yeah.
Very
I'm gonna
good.
lay down and pray that this other guy behind me doesn't decide to also dash and get me while I'm on the ground. So I'm taking a chance.
Yeah, these guys do seem exceptionally mobile somehow. Cool. So this one, this blue one. Oh, is there anything else you want?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I was trying to plan all this out. I would have used my Whales from the Grave
Okay.
off of the orc that I killed, and it would have shot off to the big blue guy.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Roll that.
I forgot where that is.
Features and traits.
It is a 5 of necrotic damage.
All right. So yeah. So this one dies, and you see this little ghostly skull-like image rise up out of it and shoot over towards the big blue counterpart, as it's like with this. That's maybe too like a peacock. It's like and
We'll work on its vocal training.
it's having a day. Yeah, they are.
It just says fuck because it's the universal word.
Yeah. There are peacocks in Charleston that really liked me for some reason. Anyway, Orog, Corvus, you're good now?
What you call me? Yeah, I'm good now.
Cool. All right. So this big blue fella moves on up. He is quite vicious looking, particularly. He swings his axe twice, or at least once, at Ozo.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 16 slashing damage.
Still standing.
Then a second attack is coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 1.
Aw.
Sucker. Thank you, temporary hit points, by the way.
Yeah. So his axe just like cleaves through the air, and he kind of like pulls a little muscle strain. Looks like he kind of hurt himself a little bit, overreaching.
Is he the dude with one eye, or is the green dude with one eye?
The one up here with Lunine has one eye.
Okay.
And that brings us to Ozo.
Cool.
This blue one that's attacking you is a little bit taller than the rest as well. Like better armor, taller, just sort of generally looks rougher.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Ozo has to be at least a little bit responsible. So I'm going to punch once
Yeah.
as my action, then fail.
Yes, a 10 will miss.
Great.
You make contact, but when you do so, you feel just like layers of muscle built up on this individual.
Awesome. Chunky. And then I'm going to use my speedy recovery and
Nice.
as a whatever the word is.
Yeah, so you roll one of your hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good because normally you can't do that outside of a short
It's
rest.
a neat little do thingy.
Yeah.
Now, but wait a minute. How do I do that here? If it can't be would I call it a short rest? No.
No, so if you
If it is
if you just go up to your short rest button, you should just be able to like hit roll the die. If you click short rest and then
Okay.
you look up, there you go. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
there you go. So you get
Great.
7 hit points.
Great.
Love it. That's fantastic.
And that is probably it.
All right, now we've got this guy up here, who is very sad now that there is a angry person up here with him. Namely Lunine. What's he gonna do? He does not like that you are there. So what he does is he...
What you gonna do?
A floating spear appears next to Lunine. Let's see. There's an act.
Oh my god, we're on battle lights? You didn't even say anything?
We are in battle.
I did say something, sort of.
So kind of a little spectral axe appears. It looks like a spear, actually, and it's going to. So he casts that as his bonus action, but is only a 13 to hit. So you easily parry it. And he then lashes out at you with his spear. With both of his hands, he grabs his spear and just like stabs it towards you. You hear him shout a name, which I think you would know this for the most part. Oh, geez. Or maybe you wouldn't, but maybe you would. Let's see. Yeah, he definitely says the name of the Slaughterer here. Something about slaughter? It's weird. But he makes his old little attack. That's a 16 to hit.
Nope.
All right. Well, he tried his best. Lunine, up to you. You've got all kinds of stuff trying to hurt you. Not doing a good job of it.
So is this one taller than me still?
They're,
6 foot tall.
you're 6 foot tall. They're a little bit taller, not much, but they're like all like between like 5'10" and 6'2", so.
So alright. You're just gonna look at him and just pathetic. He's gonna start swinging.
Go for it.
Double Nat ones.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
Damn, nice try.
You swing your short sword, and it's jungle. Like, this is not a terrain you are used to. So you slip on a wet root and fall prone and end your turn. As you overextend, and there's just this wet root or leaf or something, and you just go. Rough. All right, over to Andra.
Okay, that's me. Andra is can I see Lunine and his friends up there?
You cannot. You are like crouched down around, and they're up on top, like over a cliff on the other side.
Like if I stood up, could I see them, or do I need to like climb somewhere to see them?
You would have to be like in this kind of area in order to see them, like down over this
Gotcha.
way.
Gotcha. Understood. Do I need to be able to see them? I do need to be able to see them. Okay, cool. In that case, I will stroll over there.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Is it over here?
Yeah, from there you can see this guy on the cliff edge here.
Cool.
You don't have eyes on Lunine though.
That's okay. I don't need to see Lunine. I know he's there. Magic missile.
Yeah, do it.
1,
Auto hits.
2,
Ooh.
3. Oh yeah.
Oh wow! All max damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
15 points of force damage.
Very nice.
He's got to make 3 Constitution saving throws because now Spiritual Weapon is a concentration spell. They fixed that.
Whew. Good thing I was a cleric when it mattered.
Well, a natural 20 will succeed, but the 5 immediately after it will fail. So there goes Spiritual Weapon. This guy is not having a good day.
Nah.
What
We
else?
picked the
You got?
fight.
Not the
We
one
didn't
that
pick this
rolled
fight.
double nat ones.
It's true.
I'm gonna duck back a couple behind this rock.
All right, so you spink out and duck over there. Great.
Yeah.
All right, Selenar, over to you. Renata on deck-ish.
Selenar will use a brand new spell in this
Ooh.
version of the game. It is called Land's Aid.
Okay.
Ah,
It is a 10-foot radius. I'm going to cast it on this square, so I will hit all 3 of these guys and myself. Land's Aid reads, I expend a use of wild shape and choose a point within 60 feet, a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point. Each creature must make a DC 14 con saving throw. So all 3 of
Wow.
these guys need to make a saving throw of DC 14.
All right. Let's see how they do. Wow.
yeah,
What
if
is
you backed up a step, you wouldn't be in the sphere.
what does it look like when you cast this spell? They all fail.
They all fail? Okay, great. A
I-
bed of roses springs up in a 10-foot radius. It damages creatures that I want it to damage for 2d6 necrotic damage, which I will roll
Ooh,
right
nice.
now.
Cool.
So they all take 7 damage from the
Very
spikes
nice.
sprouting out of the ground and stabbing them in the legs.
Yeah.
And it also, one creature of my choice in that area gets healed for 2d6.
Ooh.
That would be me.
Yeah. Roll 2d6.
Good choice.
That would be me.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
All right. All right. So you
And
regain
then-
6.
And that is my action. As my bonus action, I will cast Barkskin on myself.
Oh, because that's just a wild shape thing. Nice. So that's
Yeah.
not actually a
Correct.
spell.
It's
Wonderful.
not actually a spell. Yeah, it's really powerful.
That's
Cool.
amazing.
And
That
I
is so good.
completely forgot about it last session.
I feel
Sorry.
less bad about throwing this at you now. So well done.
Oh, geez. What's coming now?
Uh-oh.
I just mean this battle in general because this was kind of tough given your level rating supposedly, but
yeah, that's
I don't feel bad about it anymore. There's 6 of you. Great.
fair. We've evened the odds now.
I don't know why Barkskin has a roll icon, but sorry about the spam in chat.
You're good. It pushes the thing, so it's all good. All right, wonderful. Well, now our orcs are very angry at you. So these three will redirect to Selenar. This guy is going to move up for Renata.
Oh, perfect.
This guy.
Is it also, just out of curiosity, it's also difficult
Rushes up.
terrain that they're walking through?
I was just gonna ask, do the roses stick around?
No, they don't.
No, they like sprout, do their thing, and then dissipate
Okay.
into the air.
That's why I
Yeah.
said spell, because it's. I was thinking it was the one that made it difficult.
So these
terrain.
like beautiful roses with like 3-inch thorns just like rise up and wrap around the legs and bodies of these orcs, and then they petal fall away. And it seems like the pollen that's emitted like rushes to Selenar and like heals him up. So very effective turn from Selenar. This guy is going to jump down.
Oh, I forgot that guy was there.
And charge over to here. He can only get to, since he can't get much of anywhere, he's gonna kind of end up there in the middle. And we'll start with him so I don't forget about him. He's gonna throw another javelin, but up at Corvus. That's a 16 to hit Corvus.
Is it a disadvantage? It sure is, because I'm prone again.
Did you go back to the ground?
Yeah. He said he
I
lied.
sure did.
Oh.
For remembering.
Well, in that case, that's
I
a 7.
specifically said in case anyone wanted to throw a javelin at me, which they did apparently.
Yeah, so great. That's a good tactical move. You get low on the ground, up on a top ridge, makes you hard to hit. So yeah, that javelin just like punks on the rock ledge below you and scatters off somewhere into the underbrush.
I'm starting a javelin collection.
These next two swing their axes at Renata. Ooh, that is a natural 20 to hit Renata.
You know what? I think I'm gonna use a luck point.
Oh, you're gonna make me re-roll, you bastard!
That's what it's for. That's awesome.
That's what it's for.
Well, it was a good use because that natural 20 became a 7.
Yeah.
Ew.
Nice.
The other orc goes for a swing, and that's an 8. So good usage of luck point.
Oh.
Ooh, you guys are doing crazy
Can't touch
shit.
this, dude. That's what he's singing.
Yeah, right. Wonderful. The 3 around Selenar, you now have a higher AC, right?
It is now 17.
The first one's a natural 20. And that's the only one that will hit. So that is 16 points of slashing damage.
I'm really glad you gave me those temporary hit points, and I healed myself. Or I would be down if one of those two things didn't happen.
And
But they both happened.
Anytime.
Deal with it.
the increased AC is definitely good. And Barkskin's not concentration anymore, right?
I don't believe so. I think it's just an hour.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah, until the spell ends, 1 hour.
That's how it should be. It never made sense for Barkskin to be concentration when Mage Armor wasn't.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels like I just turned my skin into like scaly
Free.
bark.
Yeah, you get this like willowy bark kind of stuff on you, and yeah, you look tougher. Our last orc up here is going to swing down on Lunine. He's got advantage because Lunine is prone. And that's a 19 to hit Lunine.
Yeah.
For 14 slashing damage. As his axe just slices through. Some of your armor kind of goes flying off as it then like reforms after the strike.
Wait, how much? You said 14 slashing?
14 slashing.
Alright.
All right, that is the orcs. We're over to Renata with Corvus on deck.
Awesome. I am going to do pretty much the exact same thing. I'm going to cast Shatter to hit these 4. The two against me and these 2 up here.
Yeah, because it's 10-foot radius, right?
Yep, 10-foot radius.
Yeah, you can get all of them, no problem.
Okay, so
let's
DC
see.
13 on save.
Start at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them fails. This guy right above you fails. Everybody else succeeds. Oof. So that guy is looking rough. Super rough. Half damage would be 7. Even at half damage, 2 of them, the one who threw the javelin and the one who just charged up at you, die. Their necks snap in the shatter of your like cord, as this bassy feedback just smashes through them. This guy, up fighting Selenar, looks so messed up by that. Very, very messed up indeed.
Some. And I will again cast Mantle of Inspiration.
Nice.
Only 4 temp hit points to Selenar, Lunine, and Ozo.
Do you have to be able to see them?
Oh, good question. Let me.
Because you don't technically have eyes on Lunine because he's prone up on top of this ridge.
Bardic. That can see or hear me.
So Lunine can't see you either. So Lunine is not.
Hear you?
But can
I
they
can
hear me?
Oh, it's or, not and. Oh, then yeah.
See or hear.
Yeah, then yeah, Lunine's good. Yeah, Lunine can have those 4 temp HP.
For those about to run.
You guys also
So
get that reaction to move without an opportunity attack.
I also forgot that I had temp HP, so that attack the orc didn't do too much.
Oh, nice.
So I'm prone. So
Yeah.
what, you said it's half my movement?
Yeah, if you want to crawl away, you can use half your movement to crawl away. As this reaction.
The reaction's half movement? Or is it full movement?
Full movement.
Oh, okay. So I stand up.
It's to move.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'll actually stand up and move like right over here.
Wonderful. Smart. Cool. Anything else from Renata?
That's it.
Okay, Corvus, we're over to you.
Damn, all these excellent turns, and I'm just gonna do rogue things.
That's how I feel.
Good old fashioned short bow.
Oh.
Run of the mill.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
what you do.
Yeah, it's true. Let me double check on something real fast because I really want to help. Can I cast a? I know. Am I? I need to be trained. I'm not trained. Never mind. No medicine checks will occur with this character.
You have to stand up to shoot a short bow, don't you?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, you have to stand to make an attack.
Fair enough. What about a hand crossbow? We can get into semantics later. I'll stand up.
You're on top of a ridge.
That's fair. It's not a rifle. Great. I'm just trying to maximize damage here. So I'm going to shoot the guy in front of Renata.
Okay.
Soul Angel the first.
Make your attack.
Oh, no. I don't think a 12 will hit, though.
A 12 will not
wait.
hit.
I don't get advantage, do I? Bummer.
No.
Okay, it's because I used my bonus action last time. In that case, I will bonus action steady aim.
Okay, so that'll give your next attack advantage.
Correct.
Yeah. Should have done it this time. Because
I already used it to escape peril and to be prone and not be hit by javelins.
right, but
I
you
feel
get
like I had a pretty good turn.
but you get your bonus action back at the start of your turn. So you could have used that
I should have started
first.
with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why did I make this mistake twice?
I don't know. But just write yourself a little sticky note. All right. Okay.
Whatever.
Thanks, Corvus. Next up, we got the big blue guy. Big blue guy is going to Swipe at
Come at me, bro.
Ozo. That's a 22 to hit
Damn.
Well, okay.
for.
Guess what I can do? My deflect attack and reduce
Ooh.
the damage.
So instead of taking 14 damage, you take 4 damage.
Boom.
All right. Swings again. That's a 12 to hit.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, you are effectively screwing this guy over. And
I
Ozo.
remembered a thing.
Yeah, we're
My
back
turn.
at the top with you.
Great. I'm gonna do some punching.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
21.
21 will absolutely hit.
Cool. I'm gonna use one of my points to do my Hand of Harm.
All right. Focus point away.
Have an additional 4 necrotic damage. And I'm gonna use another point to do Flurry of Blows and try to hit him 2 more times.
Okay, go for it.
15 and 14.
Neither of those will hit, unfortunately.
Damn.
Womp womp.
Alright. Well, that was depressing.
All right. Next up, we've got our friendly little guy up here with Lunine. He is going to kind of like move away a little bit because Lunine is very, very angry.
Opportunity attack? Question mark?
You used your reaction to stand up.
Oh, right. Okay.
Actually, before he does that, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to stab at you with his spear first. He's going to miss. He rolled a natural 1. He like jabs it down on the ground and takes a little damage from a piece of flint, damaging him. That shatters off of the stone. Ooh, rough. He'll then scamper away and summon another spiritual weapon. Floaty spear, which will
Yay!
attack you, but not with an 8.
Kind of looks like a clarinet.
It's a little battle. Well, it looks like a little battle axe, but it's a spear. Great. So he's just shitty, and he looks down at his fallen minions and looks to be making something considerable in his brain. Lunine, it's your turn.
I am going to just turn and break down this guy right next to me and give this man a minute to think.
Yeah, go for it.
First attack.
A 9 will not hit.
Hold on.
You got a trick?
Can I do my thing?
Hannah always has a trick.
Oh no,
Yep.
it's an ability check. So no, I can't do that. But bonus attack. There we go, 21.
That'll hit.
That'll be 8 stabby damage. And then I'm gonna expend a Siren Strike for another 9 psychic.
You miss with your second one. He blocks it, and the second strike comes in and jabs in, and you send the Siren Strike coursing down the blade, and it vibrates, and it like messes up his insides, and his eyes roll back in his head, and he just falls off of your sword dead.
Alright,
Cool. You shook him to death.
I did. Action Surge.
Yeah.
I gave him a moment to think, so now I'm gonna stab him.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hurts.
8 stabby.
Uh-huh.
Expend a Siren Strike.
Okay.
Ugh, for another 4 psychic.
All right. Yeah, he's looking so rough. So let's see. That's 12 total. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. He maintains concentration this time. That's wonderful.
Is it?
It is. Great. Hey, it's his only time he's done it. Great. Over to Andra. Selenar's
Yeah.
on deck.
Andra's gonna click on the cursor like a normal human or a normal halfling and poke around up to here,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna send a ray of sickness at that dude,
At which
the green
dude?
dude,
Up here?
the green dude. Yeah,
A 13 will
Say,
miss.
they're all a little green.
that is a sad story. That one is greener. Am I crazy, or is that guy green? He's greener.
It's like something on his face. Maybe.
Yeah, that's the energy from his missing eye that is like radiating.
Ah, okay.
It's not nice to stare, guys. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look
There
at
you go.
that. Yep. Cool. That's
But it is green.
He looks
That's
quite iconic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's unfortunate. So I'm just gonna hide back behind my cliff and cry.
Wonderful. Selenar, we are over to you.
I have one more charge of Land's Aid that I'll do essentially the same thing as last turn on
Ooh.
this square.
Okay.
So, let me get the circle thing out. These three guys in the circle will all need to make a DC 14 con save again.
All right. They all fail. Go ahead, roll damage.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
There's 2d6 necrotic damage from spikies.
All right. The two nearest you and Renata both are torn to shreds by the 3-inch spines on your roses. On your roses.
Obviously going to heal myself again.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Get 5 hit point damage.
That's still necrotic damage.
It's
Oh,
2d6.
I
It's
clicked
fine.
I clicked on the whatever. Who cares?
It's fine. It
Yeah.
rolled. It's fine.
I'm actually a demon, so healing hurts me. You didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Healing damage.
Yeah, this is no longer. It used to be that like if you cast a healing spell on a zombie, it would actually hurt them, but that's no longer
Yeah,
the
exactly.
case.
Yeah, zombies and demons in
Yeah.
World of Darkness.
Yep. Very cool. Anything else, Selenar?
Yes, and with my bonus action, I should heal myself, but I'm mad instead, so I will produce flame.
Cool. Yeah, and it does remain if you throw it. I did some
Yeah.
research. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, the dream is a at magic action fireball from produce flame, and then bonus action moving my flaming sphere around, burning people
Gotcha.
at ad nauseum forever.
Great. Well, that brings us to our orcish friends here. There's not many of them left. They're just going to come after you because you hurt them the most. So these two are just gonna swing at Selenar. The first is a 12, which will miss. The second is an 18 for 14 slashing damage.
Jesus Christ. Well, even with all this healing and temporary health, I currently have 2 hit points.
Yeah, they hit hard,
So
but
my
they go
health
down
bar's been
quick.
Doing this, but I'm still up.
You are, which is the only hit point that matters is the last one. Over
Which is
to
about to be taken away. I'm just kidding.
Renata with Corvus on deck.
Yes, I am gonna hit these two attacking Selenar.
Yeah.
Might have to move here. Hold on.
Deign to
Let's
move
see.
for the first time in combat.
Right. Let's do. go up to here. And I'm going to cast Thunderstruck in a way that I would just hit these two and not Selenar.
Yeah, totally. Is that a con save? Yes, it is.
It is DC 13 con save.
These dudes are not good at con saves.
The one closest to you fails. The second one succeeds. So this one takes all the damage and is struck to death by your thunder.
Some
The other one takes half damage and looks
half
really
damage.
Fucked up.
They're also pushed 10 feet away.
Not on a successful save.
On a 16. Correct.
Yeah.
So
It's the same as Thunder Wave.
Yeah. So this
Thunder Wave. Sorry.
corpse like goes flying, I guess. But like whatever.
flying down.
Worth it.
Is this like
Totally
Skyrim-esque
worth
ragdoll physics, or
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can do something else here. I can't. I can only cast one spell at a time, right?
Correct.
So I wouldn't be able to do Healing Word.
No, if it's got
Yeah,
you can't cast 2 leveled spells in a turn.
gotcha. Okay. Then, that. Well, yeah, that'd be it.
All right. We're over to Corvus. Corvus on
Alright.
the crag.
Corvus is going to attempt to understand his character this time, since he was
Steady
not
aim.
allowed. Since he was not allowed a ticky-backy on the last one. Steady aim first, short bow.
Yeah. Steady aim.
1, 2.
Give yourself advantage.
You steady aimed at the last end of your last turn, so
Oh yeah, you're right. So that means
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. I'm gonna shoot
means you
somebody.
still have a bonus action.
Great. I'm just like off now. I'll just do it before. Anyway. They are not 30 feet apart. It would have been really nice if you had pushed that guy 5 feet closer to Ozo. How you doing, Ozo?
Chilling.
I'm gonna attack the one nearest Renata. That's not gonna hit. Wow, that sucked.
A 10 will not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw the last several 10s that were rolled. Let's figure out what I'm gonna do next now, since I have a bonus action. Fuck it, I'm just gonna steady aim again and stay here. What a
All right.
waste. Sorry guys, I'll see you next fight, I guess.
All right. Well, Big Blue goes after Ozo.
Come at me, brah.
That's an 8 on the first swing, and a
Nope.
13 on the second. Wow.
Also, nope.
Shit
I
rolls.
didn't even have to deflect that.
Ozo, we're over to you.
Great. This time I'm gonna try to hit him.
Okay. Fair. He did try to hit you.
God,
Ooh.
An 11 will not do
try
it,
again.
unfortunately. Focus point.
What about now? Nope.
13 will
13
not
doesn't
do
do
it. Nope.
Y'all just
That was
sitting there
fun.
like swatting
Alright.
at each other.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm keeping him busy. He would hit anybody else. It's fine. Obviously, that's how this works.
Yeah, so this guy up on the top here looks over his decimated followers and calls out something in Orcish.
Does it include the word fuck, which is the only word we understand?
Yep. Raxtua, fuck, Raxtua, fuck!
Get out.
Exactly. The weapon moves over and swings. But with a 9, will do absolutely nothing. He pays attention to Lunine and fucking runs.
Can I swing?
He used his action to disengage.
Okay.
After he
I heard the
twirled his
sadness in
spear
my
at you.
Okay, bye.
let me just check something in the spell real quick. What is the spell? Spiritual weapon. I just need to make sure that it's the same bonus action economy. I think it is.
I mean, he's just twirling
Yep.
it like a baton, mostly.
Yeah, it's just kind of hanging there. But yeah, so he runs. He's like 25 feet away from you. But Lunine, it's your turn now.
I run after him.
Yeah, fair.
And since I hit him with my last swing, I now have advantage.
Yep.
Which will give me double nat ones.
Yes, let's hope so. Well, a 23 is going to do it. Yeah.
Non-lethal stabby damage.
Non-lethal. Okay.
6.
He falls to the ground unconscious as you bonk him on the back of the head.
Dope. Then Lunine's gonna yell, "I knocked this one out!" And that's it.
Okay, wonderful.
Oh.
All right, Andra.
He knows some shit.
Okay, that's me. Cool. We are bumping back on up the shrubs. And since her aim sucks, she's gonna throw some magic missile at the blue dude.
Okay, go for it. All right, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage bursts into this massive blue orc person. Oh yeah,
Might not do much damage, but it actually hits.
Yeah, they're looking
thought that was a dig.
extremely rough. Excellent work. Over to Selenar.
So he's got a fire in his right hand, and then the guy hit him in the other arm, and while he hits him, I try to shove into his torso and miss with a shocking grasp.
Yes, he bashes your hand away.
Lame. I can never seem to do the cool killing blows.
Mm-mm.
But with my bonus action in any case, I'm going to healing word myself.
Okay.
For 7.
Wonderful. So this guy looks up. Let's see. He heard the call. So he's going to disengage. And bonus action towards Ozo. And then keep running.
Come at me. Oh,
Yeah, he
wait.
just disengaged and kept running by you.
Come back.
Because
Maybe I can hit you.
he doesn't know the other one. Well, no, Lenine called it down that he's unconscious, so he would go all out because he knows his boss is down because he does speak common. He just hasn't. So he'd swing it at Selenar. That's only a 16 though, so that's not going to do it.
The orcs speak common?
Yeah,
Everybody speaks common.
yeah,
Even these washed up orcs?
sure. They just haven't been because why would they? There's tactical advantage to them knowing what you say, but you not knowing what they say.
Fair enough.
These orcs are smart enough for that?
Evidently.
They're smarter than your average bear. Literally, because bears have a 4 intelligence.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
In that order.
But he missed anyway. Renata, it's your turn.
Great. doing Eldritch Blast to the orc in front of Selenar.
Go for it.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, what does it look like when you kill this last little orc?
Ooh. So this orc is combating Selenar. And you ever remember that scene in The Matrix where they're on the rooftop and Trinity is like, dodge this, and just like blows the guy's head off?
Not
It's
specifically,
like
but
that.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah,
So
very
like,
cool.
he's distracted, doesn't see me, and I just come right up next to him and go, dodge this. And then
Twang.
Eldritch Blast.
Killed by Twang. Death by Twang. Love it. All right,
Reasonable.
Corvus.
I'm
I'm sorry,
gonna
I'm also
shoot.
just going to move a little bit.
Yeah.
closer.
Shooting the blue guy.
All right, go for it.
Finally.
A 19 will hit.
Yay!
For 1 point
Yeah.
of base.
Combat has not been the Corvus show.
No.
It is not rolling damage. Weird.
If you just click the little
I
short
just have
bow.
to click on the.
Click the pink box.
Listen, everyone. The pink box has been.
There it
clicked
is.
times.
It did it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, for 18 points of damage. What does it look like when you fell this beast of a blue-skinned orc?
So you
Or just gonna
steady
go
aim.
around being like, I won this battle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
heard what
like
you were saying, you
see-
elf.
seeing all these orcs fall, you change your thing. You take a moment. You line up on this blue gut thing as it swings twice at Ozo, missing both times.
On the how many seconds apart did this occur? That's anyway. I think I'm going to shoot it square in the throat, because if it were of a normal person height, it would have been a perfect headshot, but it's a little taller than that.
Yeah.
And I misaimed that much.
Yeah, so this little crossbow bolt, which like they're this long.
It's a short bow.
Oh, it's a short bow. Sorry. Yeah.
The
So
crossbow would not have reached that distance.
yeah. Right. I keep yeah. You were firing a short bow. You arrow right above Ozo's head. This arrow through the center of the neck, like the head of the arrow, like punctures the vertebra, spurts of blood, and it goes, "Arrgh! Fuck," and falls down dead.
We really got to figure out what this word means in Orcish.
And all your enemies have been slain or defeated. So well done. We'll go ahead and come back to this after our little 5-minute break.
Woohoo!
So well done, everyone. You have defeated your enemies, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you, Taco San Mashu and I've Got It, for being here, and thank you to any and all lurkers. We're going to take a little short rest, but we'll be right back. Thanks so much. All right. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for sticking around, hanging with us here as we got ourselves some. Well, I had a couple pretzels and some water, and people did other things. So, hello. Welcome back. Great. So, we are picking up right where we left off, where you have just defeated this force of orcs that charged out of the jungle heading towards your crew. You made pretty quick work of them, these aggressors. Although it was very obvious to you that even though like you took them down, like they would have been real trouble for the crew of the Healer's Eye. Like they would have caused major damage, if not. I guess I don't need the battle music anymore. If not worse to your friends upon the ship. But they are all dead except for one, whom Lunine has knocked unconscious up at the top. The one who seemed to be like the leader definitely was casting some spells around Lunine.
I don't even know he's up there. I guess you did say I knocked him out.
Yeah, so there's this pause. Like it was a very well done combat, by the way. You all kind of like take that moment of, okay, is there anything else going around? And the jungle is fairly quiet. The occasional of some kind of bird, maybe.
I would like
I like
to
birds. What kind of birds?
tie his hands up.
Yeah. Selenar goes up there and asks, why would you not kill him? He does not deserve to live. He has not put away his produce flame, by the way. Still have flame in hand.
Yes, why would I knock out the leader of the people who attacked us in a land that we don't know? Because they might know something. And he seemed to be a bit smarter since he knew Magicum is leading the rest, so...
Can you communicate with him?
Well, they seemed to understand a little bit of what I was saying.
We do have an orc as a member of our crew, so there's at least someone that can speak to him.
Oh yeah.
And Camilla is leading the Healer's Eye crew back at the spring.
I know.
Selenar lets the flame dissipate.
Well,
and
you've got him bound.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I have like flaps of flesh hanging off my body.
Flaps of flesh.
Yeah,
I don't miss those days. You know, the days of getting hit with melee weapons. Okay. Well,
they'll be back.
Who's scared? No, I'm
Andra
sure.
crawls out of the shrub she's been hiding in.
Oh, Andra. I think I saw you once or twice.
It's real nice in this shrub.
You should check yourself for ticks.
All right.
Anyway, who's carrying them back to the?
I can partially carry.
How much does a goblin weigh?
He's not a goblin. He's an orc.
Oh, he's an orc. That's right. Is he smaller than usual, or is this one of
No,
average
he's the same
size?
height as me, but beefier, probably.
Yeah. Like
I do hope he has useful
The
information.
halfling is stronger than you, so maybe.
like
he
he was casting magic, but he is definitely still a prime physical. He's not like a reedy orc. He's still like a beefy, burly orc. He's big.
Nice.
And he only has one eye. We could put out his other eye.
He'd be a little lighter. Is that what you're saying? All right, Marquis. Who's helping you carry him back?
Oh, we could perhaps... If we struggle to move him, we can perhaps bring Camilla here. She may be able to...
How far away are they?
You ran for like 5 minutes into the jungle, so not too far.
Okay.
More
They
than
are
120
busy
feet.
getting provisions on back to the ship, presumably. So, which is also a pretty important endeavor. I would hate to disrupt.
I can wait here if some of you want to go get Camilla.
All right. Well, I think I remember the way back. Anyone else staying here?
I'll go back with
Okay.
you.
I'll come with you, Corvus. I don't need to look at his face anymore.
Yeah,
So I
you
I'll
took
come with
a,
you.
orc
I'll
on the
stick with
ground.
Looney.
as we walk away, Corvus will say, "Yeah, you took a hell of a beating back there, but you held your own. It was impressive. You didn't back down and you didn't run."
As we
World is
get
not nice, and one needs to be ready to defend themselves from those who would attack others unprovoked for no reason. We do not respect life.
Well, glad you're on our side.
as we get close to the Healer's Eye crew, I'll send a message to Camilla and tell her that Lunine has an orc tied up, an unconscious orc tied up, unconscious and hostile orc tied up back over there. If she
You
would
might
like
have
to.
exceeded your word limit.
Hmm.
It does. There is no word limit for message. This is not ascending. It's just a message.
Oh, that's cool, actually.
True. Any message. I just, it doesn't go very far, but we're walking toward them anyway. So as soon as, we get close enough.
Fair. Yeah, so you send this message, and you see, like, she picks her head up and, like, she barks a couple orders and kind of meets you there. You, you were able to head off this force that was coming our way?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
just
they're dead.
all but one. We seem to have captured their leader. No telling if there are more.
Well, many thanks. My men are... The crew's almost done pecking up the fresh water. Many thanks to you all. It's...
Yeah, we should probably not waste any time, but I think Lunine wants to talk to the guy. If you could perhaps translate. They just shouting gibberish at us.
Well, I think it's
you don't know what
Orcish.
language they were speaking?
I don't.
Hard to say, but I'll be honest, we've made a pretty big assumption here. So pardon any offense, but we're hoping that you might be the only one that could talk to them.
Oh, because I'm an orc.
Precisely.
And you think all orcs speak Orcish?
I hope so.
Well, bold to assume. But I happen to speak Orcish, yes.
It was a bet I was willing to take. Sorry, again. No offense intended, Camilla.
Don't all orcs speak Orcish?
That's enough. I think we can move on with we've established the Orcish is being spoken, and let's stop digging ourselves a grave here.
All halflings speak a halfling, as far as I know.
Do they?
All the ones I've ever met do.
Have you met them all?
Probably not.
There you go. Now lead me to this tied up orc you have.
The next
Right.
NPCs out of spite. Jared's just.
They are
Me-
all going to speak primordial and only primordial.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was utilizing our resources.
No,
not
you-
trying to be a
You made you made a guess, and like it paid out. She's make an insight check, you two.
Oh boy. I guess I'm not sleeping with Camilla now.
Andra, she's hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can
Like-
I also make an insight check? I'm here. I'm just.
Oh right, you went with him. Yeah, you can make an insight check on her.
please, for the love of intelligence.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
Suck at Trebek.
Yeah. Selenar, you've like been doing some work with the crew lately, so you've like kind of picked up on her vibe. She's kind of like angry and no nonsense as like a baseline, but you can tell like she's having fun poking Corvus at this moment. Like she's amusing herself.
I smirk.
I doubt I see this. I'll just let this be a private.
No, you're oblivious to it all.
Carry on.
So she tells you, "All right, bring me to this orc."
Show
All
her the way
right, we
back.
take him back. Take her back to
Yeah.
Lunine.
Yeah, she arrives. She like looks down at the unconscious form of this one-eyed guy, and like the various markings, which seem to be, some are tattooed and some are like woad, like a red woad kind of thing. And she kind of looks at the bindings and kind of gives them a check and kind of nods approvingly at your handiwork, Lunine. As well, he's unconscious.
Well, I'm also figured when he wakes up, because we don't know the area super well ourselves, why not ask an inhabitant? And he seems smart enough, who's casting spells and leading them. So I figured I'd leave it up to you and the crew if you wish to know anything.
Having information's not a bad thing. Let's see. Well, she's gonna like look him over and like take a look at him. Let's see. Camilla Oker. She's gonna make an investigation check. She's gonna make an insight check. All right.
Oh, insight is wisdom. Not silly me.
This is
I even am proficient in it, but I can't do it very well.
Cool. Yeah, so Camilla looks over him and kind of like, okay. And after a moment, she kind of comes back up. Well, the markings indicate he's a follower of the Slaughterer, so that's disturbing.
We did hear something that sounded an awful lot like that.
Well, yeah, you know, it's one of the oppressor deities, so not particularly fun. A lot of more violent folks will kind of go that way. Generally, they're people who don't care about other living things and just want to kill all the time.
I mean, that checks out with what we saw them doing.
Yeah, and she kind of points to the litter of dead bodies on the floor of the jungle behind you.
I mean, they started it.
Hey, I'm not giving you any gruff. I'm amazed you kept him alive, but I see why you did. I don't know how long he's going to be unconscious for, though, unless someone wants to, like... I don't know if anybody's got any healing or something.
Can I deliberately roll a 1 on a healing spell?
If you want to spend the spell slot, I will let you roll a 1.
I will, standing behind the group, without saying I'm going to do it at all, but it's a verbal spell, so you know I'm doing it. I'm gonna spend a first level healing word and give him 1 hit point.
Okay. You give him 1 hit point.
I'm gonna roll it just to see if I actually roll a 1 for
If you
fun.
want to save yourself the spell slot,
Nope.
anyone trained
No.
in medicine in theory should be able to stabilize it. Oh, but that's not the same as 1 hit point, is it?
No.
No.
It just means he wouldn't make death saves, but he's not because he was just knocked unconscious. He was not.
Oh,
I
fair.
also
That's right.
bring the flame back.
Cool. Produce flame, healing word.
He looks cold.
His eyes flutter and he like struggles for a minute and he curses in Orcish, which Camilla barks right back at him, and his eyes kind of take note of her, and his eyes go wide.
He hasn't seen a lady in a long time.
Well, you don't know, but he's shocked that there's an orc among your number. Like, it's pretty evident on his face. What do you all say?
I'm going to look to the Marquis.
Good lord.
I ready a magic action to throw a fireball in his face.
We
But I
got bad
don't do
cop.
anything.
We need the good cop. Who's the good cop?
I thought Camilla was the good cop.
She's the translator.
The good hop.
Mhm.
They're neutral by definition.
Yeah, they're a neutral party. I don't know. Shouldn't we ask what else is on this island if he knows anything that's surrounding? I don't know, Camilla. What do you, as people navigating these waters and not know too well, what would you want to know about the island chain? What do you think we should know?
She kind of smiles and she's like, give me a sec. She turns and looks at the guy, reaches down, grabs him by the front of what remains of his shirt, and like literally picks him up off the ground with one arm, and just like shouts at him in this like guttural like "Rock to frackin' motherfucker, gosh, tick to faruk to rakada." And she makes an intimidation check on him.
I'm just imagining like Klingons. Oh, this is
She rolls a natural 20 on her intimidation check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick.
You are all scared of Camilla now, even though she's not
a little turned on.
and maybe a little turned on. And this guy just starts spouting Orcish and like, this long string of like, and it's very like,
Understand you.
do you speak Orc?
Didn't catch.
No, I'm just wondering how long you're gonna keep going, and I'm egging you on.
Oh, yeah, it's like a good like 5 minutes of him just like talking and like straining and like screaming, being like, and like his voice is getting higher at points. So he is like terrified. And she goes, and like opens her hand and he falls to the ground. And, oof.
Does he take falling damage?
No, he was not 10 feet or higher above the ground.
Knocks him back out.
But he's like on the ground and like rubbing his butt as best he can. He's kind of like, ow. But so he, Camilla rather, looks over at you all. She goes, well, apparently he and his cronies were off some raiding ship not too long ago, about 8 months. Ran into a storm, came aground. About half the crew survived. And this was... one of their scouts saw the ship pull up, so they sent this raiding party.
So there's more.
Oh, there's more
somewhere
of
else.
Not many from the sounds of it, but the name he gave wasn't one I recommended. Sounds like their captain didn't make it, so they're just all sort of fell in line behind this guy. And quite frankly, I've got no desire to hunt down people for no reason.
They were a tough bunch. I wouldn't want to run into more of them.
Hmm.
Do you think we should send him back to his friends, or...
Do you want a prisoner?
Lunine, did you tie up his legs as well as his arms, or just his arms?
I imagine I tied it so he can't really get away.
Well, crew should be done loading the barrels into the longboats. We cut his legs free, leave his arms tied, send him back. By the time he gets anywhere, we'll be gone. They don't have a ship. They're just stuck on this island.
Alright. Easy enough.
That way the jungle can deal with them. And maybe next time they won't try assaulting innocent sailors. And you can see
When she says the jungle can take care of him, Selenar nods and lets the flame dissipate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he like cowers back from her, whether it's because he understood or just her intent and presence was so terrifying, you are unsure. But very cowed by this woman.
Fair.
As we all are.
Yeah. So that's her recommendation. Like, undo his legs and keep his arms bound and let him fucking go wherever he's gonna go.
Lenine will do it.
Okay.
Let's get out of here if we can.
She nods and kind of like growls something at Orc in him, and he like stays where he is, and she begins walking away. Let's get back to the ship.
I follow readily.
So she leads
That was a
you
waste
all.
of time.
Well, you figured out what their story was. She leads you all back to the ship, or back to the longboats. You get back in them. The crew is just finishing loading up the water barrels. And they're like, hey, it's the heroes! Hey! And it's a big, like, haha! And you sit back on a ship.
I saw I was like dragging one foot back in.
Yeah. So,
Like, drenched in blood, still bark skinned. It's like caked in the cracks of the bark and like.
I mean, you can drop it at any time.
No, not till we leave this island.
Fair enough.
That's all where it runs out.
All right, yeah. So you get back up onto the healer's eye. Camilla tells. Did he go away?
I
Yeah,
dropped
Matt
out
just
for a
blinking
second. I
out.
should be back.
Thank
Hang
God
on.
it's
Pink
back.
dot.
Hang on.
Yeah, when you turn off your camera, the Discord now remembers, and so doesn't show so it doesn't show inactive things or inactive
that's
cameras.
Great.
Ah.
I am back though, right? Okay.
Yeah, you're back
Yes.
now. Anyway, you get back onto the ship. Camilla tells Captain Turi what transpired. He like huzzahs the entire rest of the crew for you all. You are all treated like heroes and like valiant warriors, and people are calling you like, oh, these guys, they're like walking death. And so the ship makes way. As the ship is kind of sailing, your navigator friend is up there, kind of at the helm now. So Corin and Captain Turi are like come up to you guys and say, you're all very impressive. Camilla gave me more details as the water was being stowed and we were making way. You did some handy work out there amongst a very intimidating force. Have you all actually been together long?
Well, we've made at least a journey from Mandarian to Cliffside together, and then about a week in Cliffside, so yeah,
Not very
couple
long.
months now.
Long enough to know each other's strengths, for sure.
Oh, it's very impressive, and I'm certainly thankful that none of my crew were damaged. So thank you for that. I feel as though I've lost enough good souls on this voyage. Still weighs on me, to be honest, but there's not much I can do about it. And who knows, maybe you'll manage to get another one back for me once we get to Shorebank.
Right.
Anyway, do you have a name? Like, companies like yours normally have like some epitaph that they go by, and to either instill hope or fear into their enemies, or hope into the downtrodden people. Because if you're going to do this, you should think about marketing.
At this moment, Corvus reaches into his pocket and idly fumbles with that bell that we picked up back in Cliffside and says, "I've been thinking Dead Ringers."
Ooh, intimidating.
Well-timed horn.
Perhaps we should put it to a vote.
Let's just drink a beer. I hope you drink a beer in character when you say that.
Yeah. Throw it over the ship.
No littering! Whack!
Just walk the plank.
Corvus is smoted by Recycle, the archangel of cleanly waters.
You seen that Mad TV episode with Don Cheadle
No.
playing Captain Planet? Never mind.
Oh yes.
Somebody's cool.
Call us what you will, that will not change who we are.
Andra will press digitate the sound of a bell ringing, just because she can.
Well, does that mean that we are present for the official naming of your group?
Corvus
That
shrugs.
does sound good.
Drinks another beer.
Where are you getting beer on this ship?
I brought some from Cliffside. It's not cold.
At all. Well, it's an honor to be.
What did you do, Sarah?
Oh, I was like, oh, that close to a sneeze. Sorry.
I'm too close to her square.
Um,
Oh, is his square next to mine on your screen?
Corin,
Yeah, it's right below.
Corin looks at you all. Well, well done. Do you need any bandaging? Some of you look a little rough.
I certainly could use a cleanup myself.
Happy to do anything I can down in sickbay. Why don't you come on down? Anyone who wants to, and I'll get you fixed up as best I can.
Yeah, I'll come down too.
Yeah,
Go down.
yeah. Anyone who wants to follows Corin down. She fixes you all up. You know, you can all short rest, roll hit dice, whatever you would like to do. Yeah.
Feels fine.
Some of you were more physical than others.
I'm honestly surprised Selenar did not go down, because I have a 12 armor class and not a lot of health, so
Me too, but that was some great.
thanks for the bardic, whatever the fuck that was.
Mental of inspiration.
Yeah.
That was
that's
a
what-
master
that's all.
class in using,
Yeah.
using a bard. So well done.
Thank you.
These
Thank
newfangled
you.
rules. They do
They
so
are.
many things.
Yeah, I do really like Land's Aid. Being able to damage and heal in one action is super. Where is short? There it is.
I will recover some spell slots with some arcane recovery during the short rest.
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
2 first level spell spots.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you take psychic damage?
So one of the good things about you know, because it used to be on a long rest you got back half your spent hit dice. Now you get back all of them on a long rest rather. So you don't have to like track it like you used to, which is nice.
Oh, good.
That is nice. I probably failed at the tracking a couple of times.
Yeah, so you don't have to like be as stingy or worried about them as you used to. Wonderful. So you get underway here on the Healer's Eye. A couple hours go by. Everything's like great. At the evening meal, the night crew is regaled with your story, adventure. I'm sure Renata has a tale to tell about it. And that night, Captain Joyson raises a mug of ale or grog or whatever liquid they have on board. To our friends and... Fresh water too, yeah. To our friends and allies, the great heroes, the... What was it? Oh, right. The Dead Ringers, everyone! And the crew huzzas and hip hips and...
Suddenly everyone has a bell.
Actually, there are some bells on board, and the captain produces one. It's not a big one, but it's a little one that's used to like call the crew. And he goes ding a ding ding.
I love it.
Yeah.
Gong, 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 gong.
Yeah. Wonderful. So you're all well celebrated. And Camilla takes over. She's gonna run the first part of the night, and then it looks like Lagerfeld. Oh! Pardon me. And then it looks like Lagerfeld is going to take over for the second half because she was up for all these adventures during the day. Anyway, So yes, you. Does anybody want to do anything this glorious evening aboard the Healer's Eye?
No.
Yeah, we're not in downtime anymore, right? This would just be like a.
Yeah, so it's like anything specific somebody wants to do. Like we're not like you're in an area where like enough stuff is likely to happen that
Right.
like downtime's not going to be possible. But if you want to like, hey, I want to spend an hour like chatting up the crew or helping the crew, or I want to like, you know, talk to this person or have this conversation with this other player or anything like that, those are things that y'all can go ahead and go ahead and do if you are so inclined.
Considering we are short some crew members and Corvus is at least
I
in
guess.
one ship, I'll give a
Yeah, I
hand
guess those should help.
wherever they need. Is it under Camilla's watch?
So if this is something you've want to have been doing, we can say that you've been doing that. They'd appreciate it much more during the day shift, because during the night shift all those people are like used to working in the dark and they all have dark vision.
Oh, I
there's
see.
that.
Not good enough
Nah.
for the night shift.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
indeed.
if you want to
Right.
specifically work on the night shift, you can. You'll just might suffer some disadvantages during the day.
No, that's okay. In
Uh,
that case, an hour before bedtime, I can watch the crew work perhaps and just kind of stare at the sea.
Yeah, you watch, and Camilla like runs
Look at that.
runs a hard ship. She is I mean, you have noticed this over the weeks you've been aboard already. Like, she like calls everybody to task. She expects perfection. She is the stick to Captain Joyson's carrot. You know what I mean? So she's I mean, it's her job as first mate to like take care of discipline on board and that kind of stuff. But like, despite her gruff demeanor, like the crew has massive respect for her, and it's like obvious. Like, it's not like fuck my boss. It's like, yes, Captain, or you know, or yes, Camilla, or whatever, and they just do what she says, and no grudges held. It seems like a very healthy environment, as gruff as she is.
I think for tonight, I might just watch that, and I might be watching Camilla a little, more than the crew, and just see what happens.
How are you like?
Damn, you doll.
How like obvious are you being in this? Are you like keeping it DL, or are you like doing it enough to like if she notices? Like, do you want her to have the potentiality to notice, or are you like?
I'm not
Not.
hiding.
Okay.
But I think I'm not like standing on the front deck, like, I'm just sort of like standing in a place where I can see her. And if she catches me looking, for instance, it would be I'd keep it cool, right? I'm just like, give it a little nod or something,
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying that I'm trying to make it obvious, but I'm not trying to hide either, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, she notices that you're there. She's, her passive perception is high enough since you're not like doing any like hiding or anything. She notices
And
you're
she
there.
has dark vision.
Well, yeah, I mean, like there are lights up on the deck, so like you don't need dark vision. Like they do have lanterns out, but it's just like if you're working in the rigging, there's not many lanterns up there, so like it's helpful. And it's fairly bright here. The two moons shine a lot, and the stars. It's not very cloudy this evening. But like you notice that she. Well, go ahead, make a perception check or an insight check, your choice. You'll get different info.
Interesting. Let's start with perception. Bummer.
Yeah, like you see her look your way once or twice, but it's just very like, okay, he's there. She'll like nod to you if you nod to her.
right.
Very business. It's very business as usual as far as you can tell.
All right. Yeah. After some time, it's time to go to bed.
Sure. Anybody else have anything to do on their?
Andra will probably take a look around for that white rat that she lost.
Make an investigation check. Actually, yeah. Either yeah. Let's go investigation.
11. Nah, huh?
On 11, you don't really find much.
That's fair.
Like maybe there's something by a crate, but like it's just like a single white hair, and there's more than one person with white hair aboard. So
Nothing conclusive.
right. Yeah. Cool. If that's it for the evening, you can all go ahead, apply a long rest.
Woot.
Yay, long rest.
Actually, if I may ask.
Yeah.
Despite losing some crew members, are people still getting together to, play fun games of poker or?
So like there's some gaming. I mean, Gamble was really like the ringleader of it. Like his name was Gamble for a reason.
Yeah.
But like there's still a few people who like will like play a game. Sometimes it's just people like telling stories. They're doing stuff to pass the time, but they don't have. Nobody's really like struck up a poker game since Gamble's death.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I will not try to strike up a game tonight. Might be too soon.
Sure. No worries. Great. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, nice. Nice. Cool. So the next few days go really well, actually. So much so that like you don't have to make landfall at all, and Starlight is like Wallace is like navigating the fuck out of this area. You get to a place where you start having islands that are like more on the charts that he has, and so he's able to get better bearings and pick things up. And you notice that like the islands that are on his charts are like mid to large size. Like below a certain size, he doesn't even bother notating them on the map over the next few days. And if you ask why, he'll just tell you it's like because you can't trust them.
Fair enough.
But you sail around, and eventually, up in the Crow's Keep one day, Carrie calls down, "Land ho!" And Captain Turi grabs his spyglass and kind of like looks out and looks over to whoever of you is on the deck and calls out, "Well, my friends, Dead Ringers, it seems we have come nicely to Shorebank, a few hours out, I think, with these winds."
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Very nice. Finally.
And he nods to you and then bellows out, "All hands make for Shorebank! Islands on the sight! Everybody get ready! Prepare for anything!" And all hands are called, and the night crew is woken up, and they begin to make way into Shorebank. So, as you approach the isle of that Shorebank is on, because the island, it's interchangeable between whether the settlement or the island is called Shorebank. You were told that the community, the settlement, is actually what is called Shorebank, and the island is unnamed. So it just kind of all rolls together. But let's see. what you see is you see on a as as you approach this island, you see large rocky shores and cliffs with crags as waves like smash up all around it, really being inhospitable until you circle around the island and make way and get to a cove, probably about a mile or so wide this cove is. And as you sail closer, you see a very large sandbar. It looks like at this time of day, the ship might make it over, but it's hit or miss. It's more getting to like low tide, so it looks like the ship it'd be dicey to like try to sail over it. But the captain sails along it to about midway, and you can see another ship has like set in at the far side. So once they get to like the middle of this sandbar, like the far side of the sandbar, they drop anchor and kind of weigh in, and the ship eventually, well, it doesn't make that sound, but it like creak lurches to a halt as the chain goes taut on the massive anchors. And the captain looks at you and, behold, the settlement of Shorebank. And what you see is this, on this cove, you see various buildings have been built. And it's hard to make out. Anybody here can make a perception check, actually, if you want.
I mean, I can, but
yeah. But generally, what you see are a variety of buildings that like don't seem to be like huddled together. They're kind of spaced apart. Everyone except Andra can tell that the buildings are made from like whatever flotsam jetsam they've kind of acquired. Like it's not like a lumber industry here, so it's like whatever they've managed to cobble together themselves. Some of the buildings are actually like using trees as like corners. Most of them are some of them are built like up like a foot or two to allow like air to like travel beneath it to kind of like keep the floors cool. Definitely built of like salvaged materials, like big exterior porches, kind of wide roofs to allow like air to circulate. And you can all see like beyond in the jungle, kind of peeking out above the tree line, is a green shell-like pyramid or ziggurat of some kind, like some distance into the isle. And the jungle itself behind the main settlement seems to be extremely dense. It does not look like a thriving metropolis. There are some docks, but they appear very haphazard and rickety looking. So it's probably not like nobody's probably maintaining them necessarily.
This is the place with the sandbar.
Yeah. Like you're out on the ship right now, looking over the sandbar. On the other side of the sandbar is a deep cove. So like the sandbar is kind of like protective of the thing, because it limits how often ships can get close to land.
Right.
And everyone except for Andra can see that there is yeah can see that there is as I said another ship dwelling or actually two more ships dwelling on the other end of the sandbar, kind of farther away from you. The one that's closer to you is like this pristine looking vessel with bright white and green sails of like fine muslin, and has a flag. All of you can see the flag. It's looks like a mighty oak tree with 5 acorns kind of around it or underneath it. And you can see that it is named, you can see the name across the side is the Unbent Bough. Like the bough of a tree. The other ship, which is farther off to the far side of the cove, is dark and looks like it's like dark wood or like old and not really cared for. It looks like it's seen very rough wear. And it is flying no flags. And the muslin looks repaired and torn in some places. And that ship has no name that you can see written upon it.
I'm sure they're friendly.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, Andra's still gazing into the shadows and oblivious.
Yeah, you don't notice these ships. Ozo, I would like you to make a history check at advantage.
11.
Great. You recognize the flag that the pristine ship, the nicer ship, is flying.
I think Amber did too.
Yeah. Yeah, you recognize it as the you recognize it as the signet of a well-to-do merchant family that you did some investigating into at one point.
Cool.
Great. So the Captain Turi is calling for longboats to be made ready, and for volunteers to escort you to shore of Shorebank. Things are happen pretty quickly. Camilla takes command of the longboats and the few volunteers as you all pack up your gear and get ready to head to shore. You can see that Corin is talking to another set of crew members and laying out plans to go investigating for medicinal supplies. Farther away from the settlement, but still like using the ship as a base of operations.
Are we dropping anchor outside the outside the?
Yeah, you've already dropped anchor outside the sandbar.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah.
Lunine, this is where the leaf in your book
Andra's
came from,
not
is
very
it not?
observant.
Supposedly, yeah.
I forget, what else did we know about that leaf, besides it came from your home in the Fey Realm?
Yeah, that he won it off of somebody at the... something. I have it written down.
I don't, that's why I asked. But I'm going to.
At the clam.
Clam.
Off of a purple-eyed, dark-skinned tiefling.
Cool. So you get on. You get in the boats. Camilla leads the crew as you make your way out. You and your guards, or your escort rather, probably fit on one longboat with all your gear and everything, and you make your way to the rickety docks. There's like a couple people out on these docks, like fishing. They look rough. They are dressed, in clothes, but like those clothes that like haven't been changed in a while and have like seen salt air and sea spray and some rough times. Shorts because it's hot, and just very sort of, like deserted island kind of vibes to it. There's a lot of ships that have been like pulled up onto the sand. Some of them are like torn apart, or they have like big holes in them from like storm damage. It looks like that's where a lot of the buildings were salvaged from. There's like these skeletons of these beams of ships that have beached. And so you pull up onto these docks, and Camilla nods as you exit, and she says, "Good luck to you in your missions. The ship will be offshore." And she hands you a little pouch, probably to Corvus, I think. If you make a bonfire away from town and throw this in it, it'll turn the flames green. We'll send longboats for you then.
Thank
How
you, Camilla.
far from the docks is the ship at anchor? The
It's
distance.
many hundreds of feet. Like it's a long ways.
Okay. More than I can fly a familiar out there and
Yeah, like it's at least 300 feet away, if not more.
okay.
It's a very large sandbar. It's part of the it's what makes this thing so defensive. Cool. And she says, "I'd be happy to stay and show you around. Do you know where you're going?"
Some place called the Clem.
Of course, the Clam. And she points to a place not too far from the shore, but up on the beach. And you see this massive building that, looking at it now up close, you see that it almost looks like a clam. It's built out of like the front ends of two salvage ships, like the prows, and like built together so they are like either side is like the opening of a clam shell. You know what I mean? So they're kind of angled out and away from one another.
Cool.
Yeah. It's owned by a Vastfin named Skull.
A what? Name?
A Vastfin.
What is that?
The big dude.
So Vastfin are Goliaths in this world.
Ah.
Yes.
Do I know what? I've probably seen them around, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Crisp
had one on the boat.
Crisp was a Vastfin. Yeah.
Were we able to see the green pyramid in the jungle from offshore?
From offshore, yeah. Like it was very
So
prominent.
We know where it is, what direction it's in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should go there.
The closer you get to shore, the like more it kind of disappears behind the foliage because it's like inset. It's not like right outside the.
Perhaps we
Okay.
should arrange lodging on shore, and then what time of day is it?
It's like early afternoon, which is why Camilla wishes she could stay, but she's got to get back to the ship.
Sure. Can she recommend a not dangerous place a less dangerous place to stay?
Let's say it's safer.
She laughs at you. Little Andra, we told you, this is a place where people come to not be found. That means these people don't want questions and they don't want house guests. There's no inns here. There's no hotels. You come and you make your way on your own. That's Shorebank.
I have to leave
Sounds like a fun place.
side.
If you're lucky, maybe you can find some sort of lodging at the Clam, but who's to say?
Guess we start there. Have fun on the ship. We'll see you soon.
I
don't
hope
have any
so.
Camping gear, guys.
Boudin does not either.
Guess we should go shopping.
And she and the crew get in the longboat and head back to the ship, rowing at quite the clip now that it's much lighter without you all there.
Well, Marquis.
Welcome to Shorebank.
You should probably
Ooh.
not call me that in a place of pirate.
That's
Probably
fair.
So we should call you Pirate.
Marquis. Got it. We could all have fake names here. Wouldn't that be fun?
That sounds confusing.
Well, we make them close enough to the real name, so only we know. Anyway, to the clam, or
The Clem.
To the clam.
Suppose so.
Yeah.
Selenar has been carrying camping supplies this whole time, so he at least is prepared for whatever happens.
how
You're-
big's your tent, Selenar?
You're saying that to the two nobles in the party.
Yeah,
You think we have camping supplies?
I have no camping
I'm
gear.
sure we can make do.
I've got some calligraphy
There must be-
supplies.
There must be a room in this town somewhere.
I'm
Just
so
a minute.
sorry. I need to go step away for 1 minute. Continue this amongst yourselves.
Okay.
I
Corvus has
could
just
probably
realized.
totally buy one of these houses gold.
I'm carrying
Oh.
calligraphy supplies and some parchment.
Listen, Corvus is also a city boy and doesn't have camp. Well, he might have camping gear. I don't
I've
remember.
got a
But
bedroll. I'll take a nap. It's fine.
I'm suddenly questioning how I got myself mixed up with two hoity-toity high society snobs.
Yeah,
You know?
Lunine's walking around this
Yeah,
city with like a
our-
handkerchief on his nose.
The party still, after 24 sessions, still doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we're continuing
Admittedly,
on.
we have done a lot in 24 sessions, but also a lot of it was trapped on a ship together.
Right.
That's true, and like
Yeah.
10 of those
Where-
sessions were in Cliffside, which took like 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
And in both of those places, there was a place to sleep that was not outside.
Yeah,
We have not-
fine.
We have
Just-
not been
It's
camping yet.
okay. We'll just, we've got bedrolls.
Let's go to the
right?
clam.
Yeah.
Perhaps
just
someone
warm-
there at least. I
Warm
know
out
that
and sleep under the stars.
We go to
travelers
the
certainly
clam.
are.
We
Yeah.
open a chest and find potions of level up.
Yeah.
One for you, and one for you, and
Hilarious.
Corvus will sneak a second one into his coat. I'm just kidding.
Quick, Dad's gone. Let's
Yeah, really.
loot the chests.
This is our town now. Who's the pirate leader here? Let's take him out.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever we can do for
Chaotic.
views, we should do it now.
Yeah.
It's getting so chaotic.
I'm carrying some books, some parchment, and some calligraphy supplies.
Teach them
And a
to
spare
read.
room.
What could go wrong?
You could probably, yeah, you can write the new pirate codex.
Hey, that's true. And then we can start enforcing it. And when they say, "Where'd you get these rules?" we'll refer to the book that they can't read.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of which, have you finished my book yet?
No, I haven't had much time to. You know what? When he asked what we were doing for an hour, instead of ogling the orc on deck, I could have been reading that book, I guess.
But you wanted to
Area
ogle the
Corvus's priorities.
Yes. In fairness, you could have read the book in front of the orc, which may have been somewhat suggestive.
Probably not the best move. No, I have a
I
healthy
believe,
fear of that woman.
I believe Tusklove
you
has
don't
an orc
wanna
on the
read-
cover.
You don't want to do read Tuskglove like this and just stare at her longingly.
No.
Yeah.
What are you reading there, Corvus? Oh, nothing. Just our night. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh dang.
Wow.
I still haven't had a character to read Tusk Love, so Corvus will be the first.
Okay. All right, sorry about that. I am
I'm
back.
reading Tusk Love in the city square to anyone who would hear. That's what
We
you
were
missed.
about to take some suggestions from our.
With
Twitch
interpretive
audience.
dance by our bard and Andra.
Wait,
I am body of magical emotion.
what are you doing?
We've
Oh, no.
destroyed the game in your absence.
That I believe.
We
But how
hit the
so?
tilde key and we started typing in the cheat codes.
Oh, okay.
The cheat code.
Yeah, we found potions of level up.
We just said
Right.
went into God mode. No big deal. Turn
Cool.
meditation on.
So you have arrived at Shorebank. What do you want to do?
We're going to the clam.
Well, yeah,
okay.
we're going to the.
Cool. You make your way to this clam. It is this massive bar. Like it's the front of two ships, and then like a little like lodge, kind of like in the middle of it. So it's pretty big. You walk by. There are people kind of like either passed out drunk or having a nap or just kind of walking. They all look rough. And they all like eye you as you walk by. You are
If
a
I'm-
group of people who are unknown to them.
If I'm close enough to Lunine during all this, I might say, if I were you, I'd move your coin purse to a much more secure location.
What?
Lunine will put it under his barky chest plate area.
Cool. So, yeah, it's
While
there's
still
people.
holding a handkerchief over his nose.
That's how you do, like you feign so no one knows it's
Yeah.
your money bag.
Yeah, like Lunine, you definitely are drawing eyes as people notice your pointed ears and the horns growing from your head.
I mean, and
Under will
he's
cast
just
a little-
always has his fine clothes on under his armor, and it like the armor doesn't hide it
Yeah,
too much.
yeah, you
Yeah.
you stick out. Just definitely you do.
And then
Under
we have an
casts a
elf.
little poof of perfume over Lunine.
Sure.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, and absolutely, Selenar also gets a fair bit of glancing, especially from a few individuals who seem to be elf descended. Like they have elf somewhere back in their blood, but like more than one raised eyebrow at you all as you make your way into this building. There are two large individuals who stand in your way. They're two big, burly human men, and they look down at you and they're like, "What do you want?"
Entrance?
It's
Drinks?
You look to be well armed.
And
Yes.
Andre's not well. I'm never carrying a quarterstaff.
Few rules for the clam. You don't start fights here, or me and Nick are gonna have a good time at you.
Not looking
Sounds-
to start a fight, just looking for some information.
You're new in Shorebank. You gotta know the
Get that
rules.
way.
Nick and I ain't seen you before. We know everybody.
This one's Nick. What do we call you?
I'm Rig.
On Rig. Okay.
No, I'm Rig. My name is Rig. I am Rig. Are you slow?
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean nothing by it. I just...
I'm sorry, sir. My friend is a little slow. Please tell us what we need to know. What are the rules here? Obviously, we are new, as I like. I'm a fucking elf. You've never seen an elf in your life.
Well, that's
Obviously, I'm
true.
new.
They ain't never had no elf before. Well, that's not true. Well, maybe it is.
How about tieflings?
Yeah, there's a few of them here on the island.
Any of them dark-skinned with purple eyes?
Maybe. Most people around here don't want to be found, so who's to say about details? Here's what you need to know. You go in the clan, Skull runs the place. No fighting, and if a fight does break out, no steel, no blades, no magic. Fisticuffs,
Good old fisticuffs.
discouraged, but less likely to get you exiled, alright? And you don't want to be exiled from Shorebank. Especially not from the only place in town to get a drink.
Fair.
Y'all good?
What's your... One more question. What's
Yeah.
your favorite drink?
I like swill.
Alright. I'll let you know what I think of it.
Alright.
I walk by.
Yeah, they step aside and allow you all to enter.
Great.
Once you're inside, it's for the environment you're in, it's well kept. It's constructed well, solidly. The wood is not matching, like it's definitely like patches or this, patches or that. The floor is made of like slate stones that have been laid together in kind of a half-hatch way with like mortar kind of going around the stone, kind of joining it all together. And it looks like there are beams of like some kind of like long reed, but like a wood. Looks like a cross between a wood and a reed that have been bent to like tie off of places and like be structural supports. It's interesting. You haven't seen stuff like that before. But there's a lot of like coconut husk fiber ropes and nets kind of like keeping things up in a way. Big wide windows that seem to have like shades that are drawn up, like rollable shades, to kind of let air flow through. And then a big ceiling in this main area. Behind the bar, you see this 7'2", 350-pound, massive, heavily muscled, barrel-gutted individual. He is definitely Vastfin. He's got kind of a purpley blue skin and deep blue markings that are like tattoos or birthmarks, you're not sure, and like these vibrant green eyes. Wearing kind of simple clothes and a small blue vest that looks almost comical on him, like it's like 4 sizes too small almost. And inside you see a variety of other patrons that are all like at a table talking to their friends. It's like a lot of hushed tones, but also a few people off in corners like having a good time. Very few individuals here seem to want to engage in conversation. Like they're well kept in their own cups, it seems.
And the weather here is tropical.
Yeah, it is warm. It is hot. Like, it's different from being on the ocean. Like, it feels warmer on the beach because you don't have the breeze constantly going. So it feels warmer and more humid here than it did on the ship.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Selenar walks straight to the bar.
Tanner does too and rolls to seduce. Just kidding.
Hey, you get in line.
Go for it. So, Selenar, you walk up, and this Vastfin kind of like leans over and looks at you, looks you up and down, and says, "Well, I say, an elf in my humble establishment, way out here in the peripherals. 'Tis an honor.
For everything.
'Tis an honor to be having you, Sir Elf."
Reg tells me I must have the swill.
Ah, Reg's right. You want some swill? I'll be happy to provide it for you. And he goes over to a jar, dips like a long copper ladle into it, pours it into this like wooden cup. That'll be 5 copper.
I don't recommend drinking that.
It's perfectly fine. I'll have you know, Mr. Fancy Antlers.
That was Tanner.
Oh.
I pay him the
It just
5
sounds like an
copper.
infection.
I just put the 5 copper on the, like, reach into my pocket, put the coin, take a sip.
Yeah, it is
Do I
harsh.
need a constitution check?
No, it is harsh but sweet. The flavors you get are coconut and papaya.
Ooh.
So it
Is
is.
it crisp? Is it refreshing?
It is harsh. It's like astringent almost. This is
Potatoes.
This is moonshine. This is moonshine made from a combination of coconuts and papayas. That has been
so
like
it's right
filtered
up my
out.
alley, because I
Yeah.
drink maple syrup honey moonshine at home.
Yeah, it's very much that kind of vibe.
As I said before, elves are from Vermont.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not a lot of honey in Vermont, but sure.
not
I mean,
so
he is
not
normal.
bad.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Well, thank you, sir. I make it myself. It's a
Always best when it
local
comes from out
concoction.
back.
That's right. Now, if you're interested, I've also gotten an ale.
Corvus would love an ale.
Is it dark?
The Ninale? Yeah, it's dark. You want the Ninale?
Yeah.
All right. And he goes over to a keg and pours another cup. And you can see the liquid. It's a brown liquid that comes out, and it kind of froths and foams over. And he comes over. He says, "All right, 1 nail, also 5 copper."
All right, here's 5 copper.
Ludine just like looks at Andra, just gives her a pained look.
Do you have any nice wine for these two?
I got some wine, and I've got some rum. 5 gold each.
They can cover that. They're good for it.
But I can have it when I see the coins. I hope you like the Nanelle. Also brew it myself.
How is it? I will also ask as I take a sip.
Yeah, it is a very heady, like bready beer, but it's flavored very much so with banana.
Oh, interesting.
Banana beer.
It's like a banana bread beer.
Yeah, on a scale of like 1 to the shit I drank in Mentarian at the Rusty Nail or whatever it's called. How is it?
It's actually surprisingly good.
All right, I'm gonna take a big take, put it down, look up at him, and go. This is a very good dark beer.
Well, thank you, sir. I do try to perfect my craft quite well.
This won't be my last, and I'll slip back as I.
And for you four, I see we've got quite a couple of fancy folks up here, and of course a very intimidating-looking halfling.
What?
I'm so scary.
I look at Andra.
I don't think they're talking about you.
I have a +2 to my intimidation. Very scary.
Well, as I told your friend, wine and rum are 5 gold each. Unless you be looking to try the Nanelle or the Swill.
It's good. You want to take a sip?
You wouldn't happen to have some whiskey?
Like I said, I've got Nanelle, Swill. I do have some imported ale. And I've got wine and I've got rum. What about that didn't you catch?
A couple of us are a little slow.
Yeah. That's fine. I will ask though, if possible, for a little bit of stage here in your place. I'd like to play some music for your guests.
I ain't stopping you from playing.
Oh dear.
Great.
Andra is going to kind of sniff at Selenar's cup and kind of go, yeah, I guess I'll try that.
Try it.
1 swill, huh? Very well, madame. And he dips the long copper thing, pours it into a cup, hands it over. That's 5 copper, miss.
Great.
I guess Ozo has to get wine. You have to pay to be here.
You want wine?
Ozo just-
Someone should try it. Everything's been pretty good so far.
You want wine? Is that what you said?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wine is 5 gold.
Sure.
Wine, 5 gold, my lady. Or my personage. I don't want to offend.
Ozo just shrugs.
You hand over the
I
5
raise
gold.
an eyebrow as the transaction is happening.
Yeah.
If
5
Ozo
gold.
actually pays it.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, he picks up one of the coins and like bites on it and kind of nods and scoops them all up, and then comes back and there is a it's actually like a ceramic carafe that he plops down in front of you with a very it's a goblet, but it's not like a fine glass goblet or anything like that. It's like, you know, made out of like tin or some kind of like metal.
Sure.
Eleanor
yeah.
deliberately makes absolutely certain that his money pouch or whatever is incredibly secure because we just flashed a shitload of money in this place.
Go ahead, make a sleight of hand check.
I'm okay. Good luck to me.
What were you trying to slide?
Yeah, you tuck it away.
Really? I'm
You
just
you tuck it away
trying to make
inside your
sure.
clothes. Yeah. You
Yeah,
think
it's like the equivalent of taking my money belt and moving it around the front or whatever.
Yeah, you take time to see this. I mean, yeah, you see him kind of like reshuffle his stuff a little bit.
Corvus will nod and go.
You know how tourists come to New York and they're afraid to have their wallet in their pocket? That's
Right.
what Selenar's doing.
If
But
he wants,
hanging around his neck on a string.
if you want some tips on to where to keep that out of trouble, I can let you know.
I just look at.
It wasn't an innuendo, actually. Just trying to keep you from being robbed in a pirate town.
I know, but we're in the middle of a busy ass bar, literally talking to the bartender as you said it.
Yeah.
I imagine it was circumspect because the bartender is like focusing on other people.
Great.
I would like to also imagine that, but I
It'll
would
be
like to
okay.
keep an eye around because I did pseudo deliberately make a mention to one of our party members being wealthy. Has anyone been eyeing our unusual
Make a perception check.
brigade?
Yeah, it seems like everybody in the bar has noticed you.
I just can't win tonight.
No.
Selenar, it looks like everybody has noticed you, but you don't notice anyone particularly paying excessive amounts of attention. Like, nobody's eavesdropping on you, but like people know that you're there. Like, you're a big group of unknown people who just walked into their bar, so like they've noticed you. They've taken stock of your bearing.
Yeah. Of which one of them, me, tuning my guitar now.
Yeah. So this big Vastvin kind of goes over to you, Looney, and says, "And you, your lordship, I'm assuming."
Bold assumption.
Well, not many people wear such a fancy shirt as yourself.
Well, I see that.
Hmm.
But I would prefer to buy some information, if possible.
Ah. Well, I'm known to know a few things around this town. Everybody comes in here on this island, whether they have a need of a drink or something more. Skull knows everything that happens on the island. What sort of information be you looking for, my friend?
Well, the unfortunate thing seems to be is I'm looking for someone that has information that I need.
Ah, well, people are a very pricey bit of information. They come here to not be found, you see.
Correct. And I don't mean this person harm. I just need to know how they came about something from my homeland.
And if you don't mind me asking, what homeland be that?
One far, far away one, say.
Well, not a lot of faraway folks come up this way, that's to be sure. Folks from all over, yeah, but far, far away, that's unconscionably rare.
Correct, and I wouldn't have come here for it not someone had a book with this item I found in it, with this bar's name, this location.
Famous of all the peripherals. That's good to hear.
But we're also not by name, just mentioned by description, buddy. And I just want to know how they can this item.
Well, perhaps if you describe the item you are seeking, I might be able to point you in a direction.
It's not an item; it's a person. They want it.
He rolls his eyes.
Right.
As I said, people's stories aren't for sale, but if you're looking for a particular item, you might have better luck.
Right. Well, the item is of a darker color, and it has horns and purple eyes.
And he kind of like pulls back behind the bar and kind of like thinks for a moment.
Possibly plays poker.
A dark, spiky object with purple gems found on a gambling table, huh? And he cracks a smile. Well, could be I know something fitting that description indeed, your lordship. And he smiles over at you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
What?
Well done, everyone. You've made it to Shorebank and have made contact at the Clam with this individual, presumably Skull, and have a potential maybe lead depending on what information he has. So, well done all. I hope you had fun tonight. Had a good time on this little trip. You've made it to the destination of Shorebank. Who knows what lies beyond? Yeah, so wonderful. Thank you, Ives Got It and Taco Senmashu for joining us this evening, as well as any other lurkers who came by tonight. We had fun. We hope you come back and join us next week on the 11th at 7 p.m. For episode 25. This was episode 24. We're going to be 25 in next week. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, wonderful. Good times. Let's go around, say our goodbyes. I'll figure out who we're going to raid this evening, and that'll be that. That'll be the shoe. Let's start at the opposing end of the ladder. We'll start with Selenar.
Hello, I am Jeff. I've been playing Selenar. I had a good time. Good game. Really fun session.
Yeah.
Let's have another one on Tuesday. I'll be here next week. It'll be a good time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Next up, we got Renata.
Hey, I play Renata. I'm Mike the rest of the time, and thanks for watching.
Glorious. And we got Ozo.
Hi, I'm Ozo and Amber, and see you next time, and maybe I'll be awake.
Fair enough. And then we've got Lunine.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
And Corvus.
Hello, this is Matt. Been doing the Corvus thing a little less successfully than usual, but maybe the tides will turn next
You
week.
didn't roll two nat one. You didn't roll double nat ones.
Fair.
Double
Yeah, I
that
did-
one was a highlight for sure. Low light, I guess.
That was
Pretty
wild.
incredible.
That was wild. And Andra.
Over his own sword. Hey, I am Sarah. I have been Andra. And we are Newly Forged, and we have a YouTube channel to check out those 23 past episodes, and also our previous campaign if you really like us. And we do social media things, and you should follow us.
If you like
Wonderful.
everyone else but hate me, you really should watch that old campaign.
Yes.
Fair.
And I have been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Newly Forged. Thank you all so much for being here. As said, check out all of our socials. Mostly check out our Blue Sky. That's where we're kind of migrating to. We do have a Hive, although I don't really know how that works, but I think
post on
Hive
was like the last time Twitter died.
Yeah. But yeah, you can check us out on Blue Sky. We are still doing Instagram a little bit, but like trying to stay off the meta, because fuck that guy. Anyway, thank you all for being here. We're gonna go ahead and raid. We're gonna raid DM T-Bork again because they're doing some D&D over there.
Bork.
Yeah, they're fun. We're gonna give them a little raid. So hop in this raid. Let them know that they've been newly raided. And we'll see you next week here at 7 p.m. on twitch.tv/newlyforged for some continuing island adventures. Thank you all so very much. Be safe, be kind, try to find positive, good things in your day, as crazy as that is now. And remember that pieces of paper don't define you as a person. It's what you do that does. So, yeah. Be safe, be kind, and have a good night. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.